I think this one is going to be a calculator problem. Are you guys ready? You guys have your calculators?
No.
Pull them out. Okay. Nyla is bungee jumping. The following function gives her elevation in meters t per second, or t seconds after jumping. Ew, look at that. What is the instantaneous rate of change of Nyla's elevation after 5 seconds? E, I am assuming, well, just by reading, is our elevation. So we have our elevation to time. Do you guys know what the rate would be? You guys know what the rate would be? What would the units be for the rate? Meters per what?
Second.
Per second. Okay, so are there any answers I can eliminate right away?
Yes.
By B and this one. So it's got to be one of those, right? Okay, so let's pull out our calculator. Okay, now there's two ways to do this, guys. I'm going to show you both. And the reason why I'm showing you both ways is because in the future, you guys will take an FRQ from the College Board that will require the use of calculators. In fact, there'll be 2 FRQs that require calculators, and then there'll be 15 multiple choice questions that require calculators. Now, on the multiple choice questions, I would do the first thing I'm going to do that I'm going to show you right now. On FRQs, I would do the second thing I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you both so you guys can practice, all right? Because you guys like practicing so you can pass that test, right?
Yes.
I hope so. Okay, so if you are taking, like doing a multiple choice question, I would go straight to the derivative. Now we're trying to take the derivative of this function right here. So we're going to click on math first. And then after math, we want to go to derivative, which in this case is number 8. So you can scroll down or you can just click 8. And then you got your derivative. Now our calculator always uses an x for its independent variable. So I'm going to press x for the derivative with respect to x, and then I have to put in this function into these parentheses. And so because we have a fraction, usually you have to be very careful. If you have addition or subtraction on the numerator or the denominator, that means it has to be in parentheses. The numerator would have to be in parentheses, and the denominator would have to be in parentheses. Do we have addition or subtraction in the numerator or the denominator?
No.
So we do not need parentheses. Now, if you want to just be extra safe, then use parentheses. Okay, so I'm going to say 80 times sine. Now, because I'm using sine, I need to check it in front of you guys. I got to check my mode. Mode has to be in radians. Okay, so I see radians right here highlighted. That means I'm in radians. If you're not in radians, you need to change it right now, because if you're in degrees, you're gonna get it wrong, or you're gonna find you're not gonna find your answer. So second quit. I'm back right here. Okay, I gotta drag this back over. All right, sine of what? Sine of negative? No, just 0.6 t, and then close parenthesis on that guy. And then I'm going to divide that by t, which is x. Okay. Now, the calculator will now take the derivative of that function and plug in. Oops, I forgot something. Did you guys see what I forgot? I forgot the plus 15.
Wouldn't that go to the bottom or no?
No, it will not go to the bottom. That's a good question. Alex just asked, will plus 15 be on the denominator with the t? And the answer is no, because the calculator will follow the order of operations. It will do the division first and then the addition. Now, if this makes you nervous, you can put parentheses around this whole fraction if you want to. But I know the calculator will follow the order of operations, and so it will do division first. So plus 15, and then it's at 5 seconds. So I put 5 right here, and then enter. Booyah! I got my answer. It is negative, well, it was up here, negative 9.95, which we can see right here. Negative 9.96. Looks like they rounded it. Okay, there's your answer. Okay, I'm going to show you guys, I need to show you guys the other way to plug in the function. Because if you're doing a free response question, you're going to be using that function a lot, and you don't want to keep retyping it. You know what happens when you keep retyping something? Your chances of mistyping something go up tremendously. So this is what you do. instead of being in the home window and doing it here, what you're going to do is you're going to hit y equals, and you're going to throw your function in here. And then you're going to just leave it there. It's going to stay there. It's always going to be accurate if you do it right. So we have 80 sine, and then I'm going to put 0.6 in there. 0.6 times x, close parenthesis. And then I'm going to divide that by x, the t, and then plus 15. Now, my function is in y1. My function is in the y1 variable. Okay, now watch what I do. I go back to home. So I'm going to hit second quit. I'm in home. I'm going to hit the same thing that I did before, math, and then 8. And then I press X for the derivative. And then in here, I want to put y1 in there. How do you get y1? I'm about to show you guys. Are you guys watching? You guys watching? Hit the vars button. The vars button is underneath all the arrows. Okay? After you hit the vars button, you're going to go to y vars. Then you go to y vars, and then you want a function. So you hit 1 or down and enter, and then you select y1. In this case, I select 1 because that's where y1 is, and then I get out of there, and then I put my 5, and then you're going to get the same answer. Okay? So by doing this, I don't have to retype the function every time. I just use y1 every time. And it makes typing a lot faster. It makes it less likely for you to make a mistake just by punching buttons on a calculator. And so when you guys put your function in the y equals window, you can be very slow and meticulous, making sure you get everything right, because that's the last time you're going to have to type it.
Can you do compound functions that way?
Yes. So if you wanted to take y1 and you wanted to plug in a number, you just have to go, that was a good question. You have to go vars, y vars, function, and then 1, and then you do parentheses. I want to plug in a 2 and see what I get. It'll give you an answer. So if you plug 2 into it, now that's not a rate because that's not a derivative, right? That's the amount. That's the position number. It's the y value for that e function that we have up here.